Welcome back to the Frankie DeBusk Show with head coach Frankie DeBusk. A special presentation of the Pioneer Sports Network. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten.
Pioneers knock off Brevard by a final score of 51-35. Tusculum improves to 5-4 on the year. Brevard falls to 3-6 now on the season. We welcome back in Pioneer coach Frankie DeBusk. Getting a big lead against Brevard. Here's the numbers. Here's the stats from my perspective. You don't run the ball very well, 142nd in the nation, but you don't. You pass the ball to gain your offense and get the little shovel passes. Looks like rushing numbers. Brevard is 151 in the nation of 151 teams ranked in passing. You had to have some type of a calming sense on the sidelines knowing you had a big lead that they didn't have that big play capability.
Well, no question. You know, if you get behind like that, you got to move the chains quicker than running the football. And we were in a comfort zone, feeling as we were leading the game and could manage the clock a little bit better, and wasn't really concerned about them making a whole lot of big plays, putting the ball in the air. We've still got to finish. We've got to find a way to keep some big plays there that happen toward the end from happening and hang on to the football. Little things that good teams do when you do have a team down, and I thought we did a lot of that throughout the day, but there toward the end we let up a little bit.
Mathematically, the bad news, you can't win a conference championship based on what happened Saturday. You knew it was going to happen anyway. Two of the top teams were playing each other. Somebody had to win that football game. That's Catawba next. They're that front runner right now. The next front runner possibly will be 2 games. You have 2 games left in the season. That's the way you have to look at it right now. 1 game is Catawba. Over our last 5 games prior to Brevard, you know, every game decided by 7 or less. Catawba, it seems like every game we play is decided by at least 10 points or less.
I actually looked at that just the other day, Brian. For some reason, and I've said it ever since I've been here, the Catawba-Tusculum matchup is always very, very close. It usually comes down to a play here and there, and could be a trick play. And Chip's been known to pull out some tricks toward the end, or I've pulled a few out of my hat in the past, and they are a very, very good football team. I tell you, the group that I've already challenged is our offensive line unit. We've played really well as a unit, and we're playing the best defensive line in the conference, probably the best we will see all year and have seen to this point. I don't know where Catawba gets their defensive linemen, but they always seem to have a core that can really be special, and this group is that for sure. One of the best fronts we've seen, and they do a great job on offense of just hanging on to the ball. They're nothing spectacular. They do have some weapons, and we just got a tremendous challenge. Hopefully our kids are going to, come off this win with some momentum and feel good about what we've done. And we've lost some close ball games to teams we thought we were better than. So the next 2 weeks we got 2 opponents that are very, very good. But I think our kids are up for the challenge, and we'll go over there and see how we can perform in Salisbury.
Coach DeBusk said, really at the beginning of the year, Catawba was a preseason number 7. He says, don't pay any attention to that. This is a very good, very solid football team, mostly because of what you said about their defense. This is a Catawba team that doesn't give up a lot of points, don't give up a lot of yards, and offensively they don't do a whole lot either, but they don't have to when they are keeping you from doing anything. Don't look at that Brevard score from earlier this year either for the Catawba side. This is a very good team. Coach, again, all-time 10-4 against Catawba. You snuck up and beat them early, but a chance for your football team. 3 wins last year. Go out there. Let's get it. Let's turn this thing around. Let's do a +4 this season. Don't worry about your conference record the way it stands. Don't worry the fact you can't win that conference championship. What is the challenge this week for this team? How do you challenge them to get them motivated to play?
You know, I haven't really felt like we had to do that week in and week out. Our kids are responding to coaching. They're excited about getting to go play. We talk about playing a lot of young players, and I don't know that all those young players truly understand what our expectations are, but they're hanging in there, and they're fighting and competing and having a good attitude about it. And we've got a good football team. I firmly believe we're better than 5-4, but hadn't played that way all year. So we're going to go. We're going to finish this thing out with 2 really good teams that we're playing against, and I feel like we put ourselves in position to win them. And we've had success against Catawba in the past, and they're going to be really trying to hang on to that top spot in the conference. They're still talking conference championship over there, and we're going to go over there and do everything we can to spoil it. So hopefully we'll put on a good show for our fans and our followers come Saturday and see how this thing turns out.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pioneer coach Frankie DeBusk picks up win number 76 this past Saturday. Will go for number 77 against Chip Hester and the Catawba Indians. From Salisbury, North Carolina, join us for our Pioneer Kickoff Show coverage beginning at 12:30. Kickoff is at 1:30 on the Pioneer Sports Network, AM 1450, WSMG, worldwide through TusculumPioneers.com. Many thanks to all those behind the scenes for the Frankie DeBusk Show and to our sponsors and you, the fans. Until next week, I'm Brian Staten. Go Pioneers.
Brought to you in part by Greenville Federal Bank, celebrating 50 years of service in Greenville and Greene County. Applebee's, your neighborhood bar and grill. There's no place like the neighborhood. Sodexo, a world leader in food and facilities management services. Sodexo, making every day a better day. Your Greenville Light and Power System, serving Greenville and Greene County since 1945. Andrew Johnson Bank, a strong heritage, a stronger future. Home-owned and operated with locations in Greenville, Morristown, Jonesboro, Johnson City, and Cleveland. Green Coach Tours, celebrating their 65th anniversary. Grand Rental Station, anything you'll ever need to rent or buy. Consumer Credit Union, with 3 convenient locations in Greenville and Moss High. Creekside Markets, don't pass by, stop by, with 3 locations in Greene County. Comcast Cable. Call Comcast and ask about the Comcast Triple Play, TV, internet, and phone. Comcast,